So my first tip for you is dry skin brushing. And if you have never done this before, you have to get on it. So this is a dry skin brush. I have it right here. This is under 20 bucks. It's super easy to come by either at health food stores or wherever you have around you. And this one was under 20 bucks because it was natural vegetable fiber bristles and it was recycled wood and everything. And I was so into that, and everything I do, I try and be as eco-friendly as possible. So I was super into this one, but you can definitely find them for cheaper if that's not something that you care crazy amounts about, and get the same great effect. So basically what it is it's just a brush that has fairly strong bristles. So it really, they're not going to scrape you or anything. They're not that strong, but they are stronger bristles so that they really invigorate the skin. So if you've never done this before, then I'm going to give you a tiny little show of how to do this properly so that you really know, so that you can get the most out of this. So you first want to, I'm going to shout a little bit so that I make sure that you get this. So you want to start near your ankles, and you do this. Hi, you do this before your shower, so when you're already undressed. So I wouldn't do it over my jeans, but I'm just showing you guys. So you want to start at your ankles and work your way up. And you want to work your way up your leg. You go all the way around your leg, up your bum, up your back, up your stomach. You don't want to touch the breast tissue. It's very sensitive, and I'm sure for any of you who are pregnant or breastfeeding, that's like the least lovely thing to think about in the world. So definitely don't be doing that. And then you want to start on your arms and work your way in. And again, the upper arms, and the same on this side. And everything that you're doing with this is to bring, to always brush towards your heart. So we start at the bottoms of the legs and brush up towards our heart. And when we get to this certain level just below our heart, we kind of stop there. And then we want to brush in our arms, and that's always towards our heart. If I'm feeling super brave, then I'll get kind of my back situation going and brush down towards my heart there too. But if your skin is too sensitive, then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go there. So this, if you've never done it before, I am such a huge fan of, and you definitely have to start. And it is under 1 minute to feel super energetic and to feel so much better, and you'll totally love it. So how does it increase energy levels? Well, what you're doing when you're dry brushing is you're actually pushing the lymph, the fluid that runs through your lymphatic system, up the body. So sorry, the lymphatic system is a system that's just below your skin, so that when you stimulate the skin, you stimulate the lymphatic system. So that's the whole kind of point of this. And the lymph, the fluid that runs through this system, carries out wastes and different immune complexes and different things like that. And so when you clear the space by getting this working, getting this flowing, then you have more energy because you've just gotten rid of all these things. So the lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like the circulatory system. So when we think about the heart and the blood vessels, the heart is the pump that pumps the blood everywhere. The lymphatic system doesn't have any kind of a pump. So that's how we know that humans were meant to exercise, that they were meant to do active things, because we have to get that. Sorry, I just saw, is the dry brushing safe for kids? The dry brushing is safe for kids. So you want to be gentle because their skin is obviously more sensitive than ours. But if your child really likes it, I'm sure that they could really get into it. So it's definitely safe for kids. So when you're bringing the lymph, so when you're using the dry brush, you help to stimulate this up so that you can bring the lymph. There's a major lymphatic vessel that runs into your bloodstream through your chest. And when we circulate the lymph, it gets back into our bloodstream, and then our liver and our kidneys can filter out all the garbage. There's no filtering system in our lymphatic system either. So this is really, really helpful and really great for us, definitely, and can be, as you said, really great for your kid too. So when you get this stuff out of your lymphatic system, then you start to run more effectively, because now you're cleansing out waste more effectively, and you have more room for your immune system to be working better and for this to be circulating. The other thing that you're doing when you use the dry brush is you're invigorating your skin. You're actually sloughing off kind of any of the dead skin cells and stuff. And you're also stimulating your circulation. So when we think about the tiniest little capillaries that we have right under our skin, sometimes you can see like in your wrist area, sometimes people can see veins on their legs, different things like that. When they're so close to the skin that you can see them, you're definitely invigorating them. And so you'll have that kind of energy as you start to really help even those tiny blood vessels circulate. The other thing is that the other extra bonus, that if you're still like kind of on the fence, the one fabulous benefit, if you're wondering, is that it can really improve any cellulite areas. So if that's an issue for you and you're looking to improve upon that, then using the dry brush, especially in those areas, and always brushing up towards your heart or down towards your heart, can really help, because a lot of the theories on cellulite is that there's toxins and garbage and little things stored in the lymphatic system right there, and they're not flowing. And so when you start to dry skin brush and you push those up, then it starts to flow everything for possibly the first time again, and then you'll notice that after time those cellulite areas will decrease. I think I had a question. So if you aren't brushing regularly, does something build up? Not necessarily. If you are not brushing regularly and you are exercising, especially if you're either jumping or jogging, rebounding is so popular because it's so great for the lymphatic system. And so rebounding is jumping up and down on a little trampoline. So if you're active and you're not dry skin brushing, then that can be that will help your lymphatic system anyways, because the pressure when you land down, either jumping on a trampoline or jogging, when you land down, it pushes the lymph up. That's how we get it moving. So if you're exercising and you're not brushing, then it will, like, your lymph will still be moving. But if you're not exercising, if you're fairly sedentary, or if you're exercising but you're not really jumping and having any impact on the ground, then dry brushing can be really, really helpful to get this flowing. And it only takes under 1 minute and it feels so good. So that is tip number 1.